Alright guys, welcome back to another GTA Online video, man. In this video, I wanted to basically break down my top 5 vehicles everybody should own in 2021. As far as some honorable mentions, in this video, man, I'm only gonna be talking about vehicles that are really like useful, that has a use, not really more so like supercars, sports cars, you know, sports classics, none of that stuff. This video, I'm really gonna be talking more so about vehicles that have uses, that have, you know, basically it's a reason for using them. So without further ado, man, let's get into the top 5 most most useful cars people should have in 2021. All right, guys. For number 5, I have the NIGHTSHARK, or any armored vehicle for that much. The reason why I put the NIGHTSHARK is because I feel like it's the most balanced vehicle out of all the armored vehicles in the game, over the Kuruma, over the Duke of Death, over the just any of the armored vehicles in the game, man. And the reason why you want a NIGHTSHARK is because you're gonna need armor, you're gonna need protection in free roam. If you in free roam and you driving around just doing what you do, going from point A to point B, you're gonna need something to protect yourself against oppressive Mark II griefers, HYDRA jet griefers, just all the different griefers in the game, or just all the wackiness that can happen in GTA Online, man. GTA Online is just I'm gonna say by time. I'm gonna just say Los Santos is just a wild area to be in, bro. So to have a armored vehicle, and like I said, in my case, the NIGHTSHARK is a must. You have to have it. It only costs you about what, 1.25 million, 1.25 million, something like that. I think that's what it was. I showed it right before I started talking about it. So yeah, man, getting you a NIGHTSHARK or just any armored vehicle, especially an explosive-proof vehicle, is just a must-have in GTA Online. All right, guys, for number 4, I have the TERRORBYTE. And the reason why you want the TERRORBYTE is because overall it's just a fantastic vehicle, man. With the TERRORBYTE, man, you can pretty much run all your businesses through it. You can start client jobs. You can do pretty much everything there is to do as far as businesses go and running client jobs, which is probably one of the best ways to make money. It's definitely the best free roam money you can make, missions wise. The client jobs are just the best free roam making missions. They give you the highest payout and stuff like that, man. And the ability to be able to run vehicle cargo straight from here, and just do, yeah, man, to run vehicle cargo. To be honest, client jobs and vehicle cargo are pretty much the main 2 things you should do, because with the rest of these gun running supplies, you should just buy it. Biker supplies, you should just buy it. Oh yeah, and special cargo, if you want to run special cargo with your TERRORBYTE, then yeah, most definitely I would say for this. Then it also got the little knickknacks. You got your drone station, and you got your, which I wouldn't really say this is a plus, but you got the multi-missile lock thing, the multi-missile battery, which isn't really good, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if you and a couple of friends driving around and somebody in the air, or y'all got cops on you or something, you can lock onto multiple different targets at one time and shoot missiles. Like I said, it's not really that good because the missiles aren't really that accurate, and it's you know, it's not something that's really valuable. It would have been better if the missiles was like oppressive Mark II missiles or something, but they not. And then you get the cool little feature of being able to scan players and stuff and see their stats and all that different stuff. So I would definitely say owning the oppressive Mark II is a good, not oppressive Mark II, excuse me, owning the TERRORBYTE is a good investment. It's a good vehicle you should own, man. If you love money grinding, or if you grind for money a lot, man, owning this bad boy is just definitely a must-have in anybody's arsenal, but especially if you're a money grinder. All right, guys, for number 3, I have the SPARROW. And the reason you want the SPARROW is because, to be honest, at this time, the SPARROW is probably the best hands down helicopter in GTA Online right now, man. It's so versatile. The fact that you can call it, and it'll just be here, just wherever you at, no matter what, you could just call it and it's there. It has missiles. You can equip missiles on it, and it's probably one of the best just helicopters in the game. It's definitely the best helicopter as far as completing your Cayo Perico high setups and all that in free roam, bro. It's just an overall just amazing helicopter. It's fast, it's agile, it's nimble. It's not a bulky boy, it's not a chubby guy. It's just an overall great vehicle, man. You can get it with your, when you buy the Kasatka, if you've just now or you haven't started the Cayo Perico thing, the Cayo Perico heist. And man, I don't know how much it costs because I already purchased it. If I find out, I'll leave it down at the bottom of the price. But yeah, man, overall, man, it's just an overall great vehicle, man. It's just, like I said, you can do pretty much, you can handle any type of business you want, man. You want to run CEO work, you want to do maybe some client jobs with this. You can pretty much do anything, bro. Probably even run off a few griefers if you're good enough with it, man. It's just an overall great vehicle. Highly recommend that in 2021 you own the SPARROW helicopter. Just overall great vehicle. All right, guys. For number 2, I hate to say it, it's the vehicle we all love to hate and hate to love. The Oppressor Mark II, man. The Oppressor Mark II, man, is, like I said, it run you $2.9 million, $3 million. We're just gonna say $3 million. Is hands down probably the number one griefer used vehicle for griefing. But not only is it good for griefing, not only is it good for trolling people. In my opinion, the Oppressor Mark II is hands down probably, it ain't even probably, I don't even know why I said that, it's hands down the best money grinding vehicle to own in GTA Online in 2021, in 2020, ever since it came out with the After Hours update. When was that? In 2018, 19, something like that? Man, the Oppressor Mark II just came in. It wasn't needed. No, it was not needed, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. This is probably the most popular vehicle in this game to this date. And it been running, this vehicle been in the game running three or 4 years. I think it's probably like 3. I think it came out in 2018 or 2019, one of those. And it's still just one of the hands down best vehicles in the game. It's fast, it's nimble. People can barely shoot you off of it. It has the homing missiles of a god. If you can even get it. But to get the TERRORBYTE, the reason why it's not number 1 is because, for one, it's a lot of paywalls that go in between it. To get the missiles, you have to own the TERRORBYTE. Which to own the TERRORBYTE, you have to own the nightclub, and that's just running you all different amounts of money and all this type of stuff. So, man, like I said, but if you can get past all that, and if you really serious about grinding money and doing free roam missions like your CEO work and your client jobs, and even running your import export, even doing your Cayo Perico, your regular heist, your Diamond Casino heist setups and all that. If you're dead serious about this, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Having an Oppressor Mark II will make your life so much easier. Is like I said, probably the best vehicle in the game, but hands down the best money grinding vehicle in the game to this day. Ain't nobody stopping it. It's king. And before I get to number 1, man, I do have a few honorable mentions that I would like to say. The first honorable mention, man, is probably the TOREADOR. Is $3.66 million. It's a very expensive car. But the reason why I say this is a vehicle you should own is because, in my opinion, this vehicle is like the Oppressor Mark II on wheels, but it can't fly. This is just as good as the Oppressor Mark II, but the opposite. Instead of flying, it drives, and instead of hovering, it drives, and instead of flying, it can go underwater. It has the same missiles as the Oppressor Mark II. It has the boost, and it's just an overall just amazing vehicle, man. It's probably one of the fastest vehicles in the game because of the boost and how frequently you can use the boost, and the fact that you can also use this boost underwater is just insane, bro. I really love this vehicle. This vehicle is hands down one of my favorite vehicles that has been added to GTA Online recently. Even though I know a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they feel like they got the Stromberg, is probably, you know, why would I own this? If I have the Stromberg, I would definitely tell anybody, if you own the Stromberg, or if you don't own the Stromberg and you're trying to decide which one is more worth it, the TOREADOR or the Stromberg, I will hands down go TOREADOR. Simply because it has the rocket boost. I think it might, I don't know if it's as armored as the Stromberg. It might be, it might not be. I don't know. I know that the TOREADOR can take a lot of punishment. I think it's more armored than the Stromberg. It could take a lot of punishment. The rockets on it is amazing, even though the rockets on the Stromberg are amazing too. The rockets on it is amazing, and overall, it's just a hands down, just an awesome vehicle, bro. Shout out to Rockstar for adding this vehicle into the game. It's just an amazing vehicle, and it's good for countering the Oppressor Mark II if you use it correctly and you know what you're doing when you're using this vehicle. All right, guys, another vehicle that's in the honorable mention selection is the AKULA, as well as the Buzzard attack helicopter. The reason why both of these helicopters are in the honorable mention, man, is because they just like the Sparrow. I just consider the Sparrow a little bit better as far as mobility and just overall the use of the Sparrow just in the whole entire game though. But the AKULA itself, the reason why I would prefer you get the AKULA over the Buzzard, not saying the Buzzard is bad. If you're a beginner, then hands down go with the Buzzard. It's cheaper and it literally helps you out with so much more stuff. But the reason why I would say get the AKULA over the Buzzard, or why the AKULA stands out a little bit more, is because it has the stealth function. It has the stealth function, it has the bomb bay doors, and it's just overall just an amazing looking helicopter. Like, look at this. And like I said, man, with the stealth option, man, you have the option to go off the radar without having to call Lester or being a CEO. You just activate stealth and nobody on the map can see you. Now, if you flying right next to somebody and they see you flying, then yeah, I see you in the air flying. But as far as like on the map and people just coming after you because they see you on the map, it's hands down great, bro. You can go off the radar, maybe run you some any type of resupply missions if you still do those, or just anything. If you're running crates, I think if you run crates and you use the AKULA, I think you go off the radar with your crates in the AKULA. I could be wrong about that, but the AKULA and the Buzzard helicopter, bro, they still some of the best vehicles in the game, hands down, some of the best helicopters. But they not top. I wouldn't consider them top 5 anymore because the Sparrow just came in and stole the show. But like I said, if you got the chump change, or if you got the money and you just want a different vibe, or if you got the AKULA and haven't been using it, or the Buzzard and haven't used it in a while, then I suggest using them, man. They still some of the most valuable aircrafts in this game to this day. All right, guys, for the last honorable mention vehicle, man, I have to give it to the HYDRA, the $3 million HYDRA, or the oh so very expensive and totally not needed $6.5 million LAZER. But if I was to say get the HYDRA, they both do the same thing. I definitely think the HYDRA is a little bit better with the whole VTOL thing. And the reason why you want this is just because it's a fighter jet. Like, who don't want a fighter jet in the game when they play the game? Like, how can you not have this? It's one of the best vehicles in the game. Griefers love it. If you want to just mess around and shoot on some poor souls in Los Santos or Blaine County or whatever, or you just like to just fly around pretty fast in a fighter jet, man, it's one of the better jets in the game, man. It's hands down a great vehicle, and you don't have too much to worry about, bro. It's like I said, especially if you get the HYDRA. If you get the LAZER, like I said, if you just balling and you go for it, then I would say, go for it. If you already got it or something, go for it, but I wouldn't recommend it because I feel like it's not necessary. It's not a great, you know, it's you don't get for $6 million. I feel like you're not really paying for use or something. I don't know. It's just unless it's something sneaky about that having the laser that I don't know, it's totally not necessary. It's not a necessary vehicle. It's not a necessary purchase. It's not something you need or even should even be caring to want. It's just something to have, bro. But they definitely fun. They can be useful, especially the HYDRA. They can be useful on certain missions, especially if you run a lot of air freight missions, stuff like that, bro. They can definitely help you out with some of that. Definitely help you out with a couple of maybe the older heist setups or something like that, like maybe the Doomsday heist setups and stuff like that, man. So if I was to recommend you one, I would definitely recommend the HYDRA over the laser. But if you already bought the laser, or if you just big balling and you just want to check out the laser, then I would suggest, you know, getting the laser as well, man. Either one, you can go wrong with either one. They both fighter jets. All right, guys. Last but certainly not least, I kind of butchered that, didn't it? Is the Kasaka. What is there to say, man? The number one best vehicle in the game is the Kasaka. And the reason why I feel like this is the number one best vehicle for people to own in this game in 2021 is, you guessed it, the Cayo Perico heist. The number one best way to make money in this game, the number one best vehicle to have to do the Cayo Perico heist. Plus, it has all of the little what you would call it, nuances about it. You can store your Sparrow in it. You can store your new the new submarine in it. You can store your TOREADOR in it. It has the different little things. You can drive it. You got Pavel, and it's just, you got, what is this? You got the bombing, the missile launch area. You have the telescope area. You can drive it. You can fast travel with it. It's just overall amazing, man. Like I said, bro, you can always just run your Cayo Perico heist, man. One, like I said, again, the best, most efficient, fastest way to make millions in this game is the Cayo Perico heist. And to do the Cayo Perico heist, you have to have the Casca. Without even thinking about it, bro, like, if you're really trying to make you some money in this game, be serious about the money you're making in this game, the Kasaka is definitely one of the best vehicles you can have, bro. Like I said, it's pretty much, it's confusing at first when you first get into it, when you first, you know what I'm saying, get it and run around in it. You will tend to get lost. I know I tend to have gotten lost plenty of times trying to maneuver this bad boy and all that, bro. You can have your weapons. You have your weapon shop in here, your weapon workshop in here. They have a few places where, look, you can get RPGs. They got random weapons you can refill your ammo on. I think it's one spot you can get a body armor. I think, don't quote me on that, but I think it's one spot you can get random body armor on. Like I said, you can store up to 3 other vehicles. You got 2 move pool vehicles, plus your TOREADOR, which is, I think my TOREADOR is behind that car. Yeah, it is. I mean, not car, that submarine. And it's just great, bro. You get you I think once you own this, you also can get scuba gear. I think it comes with free scuba gear. Like I said, you just store your Sparrow. And it's just, to me, the hands down number one best vehicle. Anybody that, especially if you want to take advantage of making the fastest, most amount of money in the least amount of time type of player, man. If you just want to grind you out some quick cash, grind you out $5 million in 5 hours, then definitely the Kasaka is the way to go, bro. Definitely the highlight of GTA Online since probably the original heist back in 2014. And it don't cost you that much. I think to just buy the Kasaka without any other upgrades or nothing, I think it's maybe $2.5 million, maybe $3 million, something along that line, something like that. It's not an extreme cost on your pockets to even just get the Kasaka. Now, if you want to completely max it out, then yeah, it's gonna cost you upwards of $10 million. When I bought it, it cost me like $9.9 million or something. But if you just want to strictly just not even worry about the Sparrow, not even worry about customizations, you just want to get into the Cayo Perico, I think it's like around $2.5-3 million. You on your way, you good, bro. Like, hands down the best vehicle in the game, bro. Hands down. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Like I said, hopefully you take some of these vehicles. If you didn't know about these vehicles, maybe you learned something. If you had a vehicle that you didn't know about, maybe you learned about a vehicle that I feel is top 5 in 2021. So with that being said, guys, any and all support you drop on this video is highly appreciated. Like, comment, subscribe. There will always be more GTA videos coming out, but as always, be easy. Take care, guys.